To be in a room with many of my mentors, peers, colleagues who have had an amazing tournament, it really was a very special moment for me. When Collina held up the jersey with the names of the teams in front of the whole group, I think all of us were salivating at the opportunity and the chance. And when he flipped that over to showcase my name, I melted. I didn't even know how I reacted, to be honest. Tears of joy, for sure, but I was just overwhelmed with emotion. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than this moment that I'm living right now. I've heard from colleagues from all over the globe, many people that I've mentored coming up, people who have inspired me, who've reached out, and it's just been a tremendous amount of support, not just for me, but for the entire crew and what we're about to embark on. It's groundbreaking, and it's a moment I will never forget. Sure. I started as just a kid. I was 14 years old, and it was time for me to get a job, and it was my mother's suggestion to be an official on the field where I played soccer, and it was a great experience when I started just for some cash. I eventually bought my first car with the money, so it certainly gave me a sense of independence, not to mention all the intangible skills that you develop as an official. Quick decision-making with limited information, the courage to be out on that field, oftentimes in front of a lot of screaming parents, built me with a lot of skills that I have taken on in my careers that I've had since. So as a young official, it was an amazing experience, and anytime I get the opportunity to talk to soccer parents, I always tell them, have your kids be referees. They learn the laws, they'll be better players for it, and they'll be better professionals in whatever discipline they decide to take. So it's been an amazing experience. There's been a lot of highs and a lot of lows, and I think those are some of the beautiful parts that bring us to a moment like this in your career. The definition of a trailblazer is someone who first forges a path, right? But you don't do it alone, even though that's what the sentiment kind of says. Behind us is an amazing amount of support, even just here at this tournament, from the physios to the technical staff and the people that help us get to be successful on that pitch. You know, you may be the first one to pave the path, but you're doing it on the shoulders of giants before you. You're doing it with an immense amount of support around you. So while I may be the first to step on that field, I'm not doing it alone. I'm doing it with the support of so many before me and so many hopefully after me as well. But it's been an amazing experience, and I'm happy to be here in this moment, and I look forward to what this might mean for future officials in the United States. It's amazing. It's absolutely astonishing to see 75,000 people in that semifinal match with Australia, and they were rallying behind the team. It is no doubt that they have changed football forever. It will never be the same after this tournament. It will only go up from here, and I'm thrilled to be a very small part in that picture. But I think we are seeing the breaking point of something amazing. I'm not just happy for myself, but for my daughters to be able to see that scene is remarkable, and I can't wait to see what the future holds.
I started thinking immediately about my mom and my dad. They've watched every single game since I've started working games on live stream. They have been my biggest supporters. I remember them when I was too young to drive, taking me to the soccer field so I could referee and play, and dragging me around here and there. And they've watched every single game of this World Cup, even the games that aren't mine, and really enjoyed this whole process. I also thought about my wife, who has been very supportive, has come over twice to watch matches, and then everybody that has helped me on this journey. Because as Tori was saying earlier, there's so many people behind the scenes that help you get to this point. And it makes me think of all the times that I was running before my practice started, running in the hallways during school, during planning period, to get to this point. So it makes me very proud, excited, and a lot of people, a lot of students, a lot of young people get to see, if you put in the hard work, where it can lead and where it can take you.
I mean, I'm still, I think I'm a little bit shocked and speechless. It's like the most amazing feeling I've ever had. This is a dream come true. It's what everybody works for in football, is to be on a World Cup final. So I am just beyond thrilled to have reached this point.
She is the best choice possible. We are convinced that she deserved to be in the middle next Sunday at the Australia Stadium in Sydney. She did very well during the entire competition, in particular the semi-final last Wednesday. We know that it came across quite unexpected, her appointment, because she was appointed for the semi-final, but we are fully convinced that the best has to be the referee for the final, and she was the best. It was something special. It's always something special the moment when you announce the team who will officiate the last game of the competition. It is the conclusion of a long journey started more than 3 years ago. Many people worked to make it possible, not only the match officials, also all the people who worked around them to make their success possible. So of course that moment is very emotional for everybody. I would like to point out Kate Jachowicz. She's a great woman. She was at the Olympics last year. She was doing very well. She picked up an injury which ruled her out. And this year, here at the World Cup, it happened the same a few days ago, another injury, and she's out. She didn't deserve this.
I'm just going to pop on the drive right now. But yeah, if I can do that for you. And then when they do to the you're going to have to try that out. Is this carrying out?